Global community, what's the deal? What we on? Today I got another non-mainstream, non-biased compilation of videos for us to get into. Get rid of that indoctrination the system tried to give us all growing up. Learn some new things. Let's stay open-minded. We in it together. One person will never know everything, but as a collective, we can figure it all out. Let's get to it. Globes in the chat. Let's talk about it in the comments. Hit that like.
Cash Global TV subscribe.
He was on the Ellen DeGeneres show because he was a child prodigy chess player, and that just after he got off set, he looks to his right and sees Ellen's dressing room door open. It was open just enough that he can see her manually dislocating her jaw, embodying an entire Gelson's rotisserie chicken in one gulp. She then turned and looked at him and hissed. He sprinted all the way to his dressing room and tried to tell his mom, but she didn't believe him. And I'm pretty sure that's not the first time somebody has told a similar story about Ellen DeGeneres. And a lot of people in the comments are saying, are you sure that was a rotisserie chicken? Let me know what you think in the comments.
Hola, hola, hola.
Mike.
We just gonna say it was not her time to go, right? This is wild.
Like, why? Why?
No pasa nada. Estate tranquilita que no pasa nada. No pasa nada, no pasa nada.
I've looked at research. They know every single one of them, HIV included, targets nicotine receptors. Therefore, guess what the antidote is? Nicotine. Guess where nicotine is found the most? Tobacco. Guess what? 200 countries right now in unison have been told to ban access to all citizens by the year 2030, and they're all doing it, including the United States of America. Tobacco and nicotine agents. Okay.
The difference between a chronically ill, dying human being of diabetes and a healthy human being is less than a teaspoon of sugar in the blood at a time. Do you know how much sugar is in one soft drink? 8 teaspoons. And now you're giving it to a child, consuming 8 times what would be considered catastrophic in their bloodstream at one time. And you wonder why we're chronically ill, chronically obese, and chronically dealing with diabetes and metabolic disease.
It's 2026. And no, it's not. It's 1446. you see, you confused. You brainwashed. It's 1446. And I can tell you how I know. Because they stole time. Listen, it's supposed to be 13 months, but then they made it 12. Right? You gotta understand this. So you gotta understand it's 130 years right there. And then you gotta understand all the history that they stole. They stole history. You gotta understand this. What they did was...
Now, what he's saying, I don't know if there's any factual information to it, entertainment purposes only, right? But Ethiopia, who has the complete Bible, no canonization, nobody picking what's going to be decided to go in the biblical scripture. They're on year 2018, I believe. So
everything's not a conspiracy.
No, it ain't a conspiracy. You gotta understand this.
Everything's not a conspiracy.
No, it's not a conspiracy. Niggas, I'm playing. I'm talking about shit that's true. It's not a conspiracy.
No, I hear you.
For real, it was 13 months. If it wasn't 13 months, it wasn't no.
But I'm saying, like, what do you believe? That's what?
I don't believe shit. What? Ain't nothing to believe. I just know. Listen, belief is what man thinks is true. And it's a different thing when you talk about a true statement and a true statement. A true statement can be proven false. I'm going to tell you a true statement. Milk is good, but it can be proven false. I'm going to tell you a true statement. We stuck because who the fuck got out? Right? It's different ways, and people don't understand the difference between the true statement and the true statement. What I give you is the truth, nigga. I'm a prophet of the creator.
Dutch Bros has a drink called Golden Eagle. Now, I'm not too sure what exactly that means, but I know that in a large, it's clocking in at 138 grams of sugar for this coffee somewhat drink. Let's measure that.
There's people that start every single day, Monday through Friday, off with that before work. Every day, Monday through Friday. Only get a break on the weekends. Some do it every day.
So that's either 38 cubes of sugar or 29 teaspoons of sugar in this entire drink.
People don't know this, but oranges were never supposed to be orange. The skin actually has more vitamin C than the fruit. Oranges evolved in the warm tropics of Southeast Asia. In that climate, ripe oranges actually stay green because chlorophyll acts as a natural sunscreen against the constant heat. But in the 15th century, Portuguese traders brought oranges from tropical Asia to cold Mediterranean Europe. When temperatures dropped in the winter, the cold broke down the chlorophyll and revealed the orange pigments underneath. Europeans had never seen a green orange, so they assumed that orange was what ripe looked like. That's why the industry gases orange fields with ethylene to break down the chlorophyll or dyes them with a chemical called citrus red number 2. The only reason you think an orange colored orange is normal is because someone took the fruit somewhere cold enough to change its color, which is pretty insane.
We have come to a sporting store to get my kids a bat, and I want y'all to look at this crap.
There's a lot of money in baseball, y'all.
Why is that backwards?
I sold a glove for $200, bought it for $10.
$500 for this bat.
Yard sale.
$500. But look at this one. This one's $450.
Involving your kids in sports is for sure expensive. My pop spent an abundant amount of money on bats and things of that nature. Want to be good? It costs.
It just keeps getting. Oh, this one's only $129, so it's
shit.
Cheap. But like, it gets worse. Hold on. So a glove. You want to get your kid a glove? This glove right here. $330. What else do we have here?
This is the material.
I don't care what the.
Mind you, you could have that glove your entire baseball career, professional and everything, 20, 30, 40 years, literally. So you got to get some context to this right here.
Material is, unless it's made out of solid gold, it ain't worth $300. That one's also $330.
But Mom, look, this is a good deal.
Why? What's a good deal? Show me the good deal.
So you see this bat? How good
I
it
see
is?
this bat. It's beautiful. How much is it?
It's only $450. But this is the
Oh,
best
it's
bat.
only $450.
This is the
This
OS.
is a good bat.
Let's
This is
look
a
at
good
this.
bat.
$450. No. Here.
And it's perfect. Like feel the handle. 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 Feel the handle.
No. This is ridiculous.
Keep their kids whatever they worked hard for, to give it to them and not give it to a lawyer, not give it to,
snakes.
Let the kids even take all the cash and squander it or whatever. So I wanted to explain something about how generational wealth works and how assets work over cash. So when you're leaving things, right? And how taxes work with death tax. So my buddy Mark, his parents were loaded. They owned over 1,500 acres right in the middle of Palm Beach. Owned that marina over there next door to, Limehouse.
Okay,
That's
that one, yeah,
the next door where the Lady K, the fishing boat, my neighbor, Mark.
Yep,
you know him.
Mark,
Met
yeah,
him.
I remember.
Coffee Mark. He's
Yep,
addicted to
that's it.
coffee. He's got every grain of coffee. And I have a coffee trail behind my house to go get coffee in the morning at his house.
That's dope.
And he tells me, he goes,
Can't hate on this dude.
if I would have known, me and my brother and my sister, my dad and mom died, they left us all this shit. We sold it. We thought we were going to be set for life. And death tax, never heard of it before, never saw it coming, took over 80% of their profit. And they were set. They were all set. It was all done. And the parents had it all paid for. And how can that be? And how can the lawyers and everybody take all this stuff and they found out about a death tax? And you got to find out, if you want generational wealth, how to avoid that shit. Because what happens is, if you have a piece of, let's just say a carcass is laying in the street of some kind of raccoon or something, what happens? You can either clean it up, or somebody else is going to clean it up, like an eagle or some kind of vulture. It's going to come pick it apart, and that's what they do, man. Vultures. When you die, they come at you. Every lawyer will come at, if they see money, right? They will come at your kids, and they will try to separate the kids to where they all have their own attorney. They're not working together. They're working against each other. So you have to fight your sister and your other sister through all three different lawyers who are all on the clock, getting paid, and all talking behind each one of them's back, talking about, let's just run this thing into the dirt till we get paid. I'm down if you're down. Okay, lawyer talk. The problem with this world is lawyers. And they've really put everything in. Are you a lawyer? Sorry. It depends on what lawyer. So here's the point. The problem, and you'll probably agree with me, Every single obstacle that these lawyers put in front of you are not for you. They're for future lawyers. Have you ever seen a shirt, a tag on the back of your shirt? Have you ever bought a little stuffed toy and seen the tag on the back? They've gotten longer.
So you know how the Rothschilds own all the banks and BlackRock owns all the businesses? Well, who runs the car market? There's an answer. And if you're in the car business, you already know which company I'm talking about. It's our big brother, Cox Automotive. And if you're not in the car business, you may be unfamiliar with that name, but let me enlighten you to what companies they own. Kelley Blue Book and Auto Trader. And you might be thinking, okay, big deal, they own a couple shopping sites and they tell me how much my trade's worth. If only it were that simple. Those are just their customer-facing sites. They also own the largest dealer wholesale auction in the world, Mannheim Auctions. And what else do they own? They own VinSolutions, vAuto, and DealerTrack. VinSolutions is the CRM that we use on the dealership side. That is where we put all of the credit information, that's where we put all the vehicle information, and that's how we put all of that stuff into what's called a DMS, which is what DealerTrack is. A DMS is what organizes it in the accounting and the financing side of things in a dealership. And vAuto is what we do all of our pricing based on, and it gives us all the information for all the competing dealerships and what people in the market around us are doing with their cars. So they own the supply, the information, when it's done, how much it's done for, and how you do it. So yeah, they run the car market. Fight about in the comments. Follow me for more content like this. Spitting bars, selling cars. Damn
This is Man
salesman.
vs. Wild, and I'm going to show you how to survive in this beautiful forest. First thing you'll need is some sticks. With sticks, we can make a campfire. So let's gather some up. Try not to get the moist ones. They won't like that one. Okay, so
One, what's been up with all these Bigfoot sightings? And two, get your content on, young man. Get your content on. You'll be perfect one day.
we got some sticks. Now we'll need some leaves and some dry leaves.
Did this kid accidentally catch Bigfoot on camera while filming his survival video? It's in the background here behind me in the still shot. Do you see it yet? Oh, there it is. Is it Bigfoot or BS? You tell us in the comments.
Hollywood is evil. That means, in the spiritual aspect of it, all these guys are building studios. De Niro, Wahlberg, everybody's on this tsunami wave of what's going to happen. What if the technology changes? What if I can do it right in this room? What if I can make a whole movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger right here on an app? It's changed so much. The most important thing is the storytelling. I watched Jerry Maguire. They don't make them like that anymore, Patrick. Why? Because Hollywood controls the content. What's Hollywood about now? Wait, because I did this on Jamie Kennedy, I got in trouble. Jamie Kennedy said, you're wrong. Hollywood is not elitist. Hollywood does not have a small club that it feeds itself and they make Barbie and MCU. And that's it. They want the money. The machine of Hollywood wants the money, not the art, not the quality film like Jerry Maguire. They don't want that. They used to. But that generation's, those great directors, that decade of those storytelling is gone. Hollywood is going to die in the next 20 years because of that. Because people don't care. They're already getting right to their phone what they want.
How much truth do you think there is of that, if there is any at all? And how much is nonsensical? Is he on point or is he not? Let me know in the comments. Spam it up.
Out here not too long ago, and we were looking around and just looking at the people.
Right.
And I was like, man, yeah, let's get up out of here because people are just weird now. And there's no rhyme or reason.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Here's the theory. So I said the world ended in 1999.
I was watching that, man. You got me down that path. Okay, break it down.
I think the world ended in 1999. Now, what did Prince say? He had a song called what? Party Like It's 1999. Prince is a very smart guy. Now, what happened after that? Okay, they're saying Y2K, everything shut down. You know, they said it didn't happen, right? But here's the
They kept
thing.
saying computers are going to reset and all that shit.
Computers are going to reset, so on and so forth. But why 1999? So if you look at every decade before that, it had a very distinctive look, sound, feel, fashion, everything, music, movies. You're like, oh, that's the 60s for sure. The 60s was wildly different from the 70s and the 70s from the 80s and so on and so forth.
Right.
Can you pinpoint anything after that?
After what?
After 2000? After 99? Think about it. What's the fashion of 2010?
Okay, so what you're saying is that we can't see that.
Is it that Cubans are able to keep those cars from the 50s running today?
That was a question that I could not wrap my head around. There's an embargo. They can't import parts. And even if you could, how are you going to get parts for that old of cars?
Yeah, who would even produce that?
Right. And so what I found is how incredibly resourceful and resilient the Cuban people are. I had the driver of one of the old cars I was in explain the car to me when he had put up the convertible top. And a lot of these designs in the cars are not even original designs. They had recreated some parts to, let's say, pull the convertible part, the manual part over when it started raining, because they had no other choice. They needed a car, and something can always be fixed. You just have to be willing to go the extra mile. And in other countries where you're not, trapped behind an embargo, it's probably cheaper a lot of times to just buy a new car or buy another used car than it would be to go to the extent of fixing a car. But in Cuba, there is no other option, or at least there wasn't an option for many years until recent times. And now they have these cars that aren't the exact replicas, but they look like brand new, fresh off the lot vintage cars from the 50s.
Dope.
I just knew I was looking into the face of another intelligence, another species like us.
You ready to have your mind blown? Did you know that your TV is actively taking screenshots every half second? So that's 2 per second, right? Times 60, which is 120 per minute, times 60 minutes, which is actually 7,200 photos per hour. What is it doing with those? It's sending them to the company so they can review whatever you're watching on your TV. If you don't believe me, go to the search bar just right now. Try this. Type in TV taking screenshots.
Y'all go to the search bar right now. Run it up on TikTok for me. Put it in the comments. Let's see if there's truth to this. Because a lot of times it'd be a lot of TikTok view baiting type situations. So let me know if it's for real. Because your TV taking screenshots is wild. We know your phone do. But the TV, insane.
Try this. Legitimately. Watch the first couple of videos. They're doing a lawsuit right now. This is serious because they're watching every single thing that you're doing on your TV, including like if you plug in HDMI on your laptop and you're streaming video games, absolutely everything. 7,200 photos per hour, which I calculated is roughly between 3 to 10 gigabytes per hour that you're watching your TV, that it's draining from your data. You wonder why your internet's slow. Go ahead, type it.
Unfucking real. We all got flats from the same fucking pothole. Holy shit. Look at this guy's flat. Holy shit.
Man, if you're from the Bay, you know the potholes out here are like no other. That's why there's so many car shops on every block.
All the way down there, everybody.
All of this is orchestrated for sure. It is all a big loop and rotation of control.
Heroes, the heroes. Oh, no pictures. Okay.
Fuck my pictures.
Update on the situation here.
Damn.
Got paid by Rock Nation. Jay-Z paid off the jury, and he paid off the judge and did a verse for the judge's grandson, right? God. And he paid the Mexican dude to stab Tori in prison, and he paid off the doctor to say that she got shot when she really wasn't, and he paid off everyone else. Like and I'm like, okay, this.
And you got paid to try to discredit everything, to make everything sound like conspiracy malarkey. Give conspiracy 6 months and then it's the truth. It's too clear. The line's too divided now.
This is so stupid that no one's gonna believe this.
Y'all not understanding what's going on. Let me fully explain this to you. I told y'all, $1 for the NFTs, right? I sold these shits to my fans for $1. People came, some people bought 20, some people bought 5, some people bought 60. It doesn't matter how much you bought. It was only $1. You spend $60, you bought 60. I need y'all to understand. One of those copies right now is going for 50,000, 60,000, 60,000. Yo, my nigga, and these are sold. They're sold. Go look at the list right now and see how small the sellers list is getting. Y'all don't understand what the fuck is going on? Y'all don't understand I just cracked the fucking industry? Y'all don't understand I just cracked this shit? I just cracked this whole shit.
And they cracked your ass straight to the penitentiary. They found a way for you to go. Yo, little ass. Hey, yo, pause.
It's over. I cracked the whole shit. It's over. It's over. No more middleman. All y'all artists out there, fuck your label. Fuck the nigga that's telling you, yo, you gotta wait for this day on Spotify and on this. Fuck that. Nigga, it's over. Y'all gonna get paid. And your fans gonna get paid. And they gonna keep coming to you. Why? Because y'all making money together. This the digital trap house. Welcome, niggas. You're fucking welcome.
I just found out that in Justin Bieber's music video called Where Are You Now, there's a million things in the background, and some of it, I can't imagine you finding this out and not think some.
Y'all pay attention to this. I can't believe he actually put these visuals in the video. This man's brain is filled with a lot. I hope his story gets out from him unquarantined.
Something strange is going on in the entertainment industry. So it really is the last slide that is the most jarring, but he mentions you got alien stuff. Over here it says, help me please. You know, there's a whole theory about what happened with Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez. Like, I'm not even gonna, but do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's this negative stuff, like scary, sad stuff, Illuminati stuff, triangles, pyramids, devil horns. He's got horns like 15 times in it. But then at the very back, and you got like hell symbology and stuff. But at the end of it, there's a list of words. See, it says, help me please there. There's a list of words, and it includes, it's about to pop up right here. It includes God, Satan, Nazareth. And I'm just wondering what's the big idea with all of that. And there is so much more than that. If you go on YouTube and slow it down to 0.25 speed, you'll see a ton of weird stuff.
I'm going to say this once for the people in the back row. You have to be an elite rich to live comfortably in New York City. This is not Texas. This is not Oklahoma. This is not some flyover.
That's anywhere. California, baby girl. Anywhere that has big city structure. Simple, point blank. It's 99% versus the 1. Join the winning squad.
Overstate. This is not Michigan. This is not Minnesota. I don't know whatever else you fly over because I fly over them, so I don't really know them. This is Manhattan. You need to be an elite rich to live comfortably here. And the reality is, if you're a single person making under 150, we call that poverty. Stay toxic, my friends.
I received from very powerful people in the church, and they say, you will go publicly and you will talk about, they gave me 10 beliefs, and in exchange, we'll give you money, fame, power, limousines, women, if you will, or guys, if you will, or little boys.
This is the Catholic Church saying this to you?
Yes, Archbishop. I don't belong to the church anymore, so.
Hey, bruh, they are playing right in our face, bruh. They must think we slow. Or they just trolling at this point. So this man dropped another video proving that he's alive.
So do y'all think the leader of Izzy is still alive? Or is he unalive? Or is he injured severely? What's going on? Or is this nothing, just more political theater in the world of the show?
But they fucked up. This video right here proves that this shit is fake. And I'm sitting here like, bruh, you cannot be serious, bruh. This man ring disappeared, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the video. Just pay attention. I don't even care what he talking about. Look at the background, first of all. Everything just looked weird, bruh. But watch this interaction right here. Watch this man's hands, bro. Watch the ring. Look at the ring. Gone. It didn't reappear. I'm gonna show it again in slow motion. Look at the ring. Gone. And then reappeared.
Now Charlie Kirk, they're saying that that shot was from 143 yards. We've got the acoustics from 2 different camera systems that were on the left and right side of Charlie Kirk facing the audience. The acoustics said that that shot came from 74 yards and not 143 yards to his front. They say there were no drones. We have video of a drone flying right in front of Charlie Kirk, away and upward at the same time the shots fired.
Really?
Yeah. So we looked at the drone, and what we found was there's a particular drone out there. It's got kind of like a hole shape to it. It's about that big. fake. You can weaponize drones now. And not only that, you can install AI, so facial recognition. It will 100% pick your face out of 1,000 people. You can see it. So if I'm Charlie Kirk facing the audience, it flew over my head just like this, went just like that, and then the shot was taken. And it's out of the picture. It's so fast.
When did the Chinese land on the moon?
I have no idea.
2013. Did you ever see the video?
No.
So the Chinese landed on the moon in 2013, and they released a video for it. But pretty quick, that video was taken down, and they said, no, it's just a joke, because it was so bad. It was so fake. Because they didn't have, Kubrick,
Kubrick is the guy that everybody tells me is the one that directed and had the 1967 moon landing film and was responsible for it. I don't know. Entertainment purposes only. That's the end of this compilation. Shout out to y'all for rock with me and kicking it. If you made it this far, put a global OG in the chat right now. Comment global OG. We're going to stay down till we come up. I'm going to keep y'all informed with these narratives and non-mainstream media news. Check in tomorrow. For sure going to be one out around 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I am your humble host, Cash, $ for that.